Hello everyone. Trying to finish up chewing here. Trying to eat a slice of pizza before we get the stream started. I have I have pizza that's made with crust from cauliflower. I don't know if anybody's ever tried these cauliflower crust pizzas, but like it's intended for people who can't eat grains or have celiac disease or whatever, but I'm telling you, if you eat a pizza with cauliflower crust, you may never go back to normal pizza. It's really good. It is really good. Good stuff. So now I'm stuck with 2 more slices of pizza left, and I got to start the stream, and I'll probably have to wait till the stream is done to eat my other 2 slices. So it'll be sitting here smelling good the whole time, tempting me. Cauliflower rice is nice. Yeah, we use that sometimes, like with stir fry. I got the cauliflower rice. Trying to do a little bit better as a family and eat a little more responsibly. And then Friday night we order whatever garbage we want and just pig out. We have kind of like the family night Friday night and get burgers and fries or, you know, whatever. So we have like one free for all night and then, you know, try to be a little more responsible. So yeah, it took long enough to a long time with bad eating habits. But we're trying to do better. All right, Joseph said I love the mod video. So I appreciate the comments. I just think it's weird that people love mod videos. It seems to me like that is like one of the most boring things in the game. I like it. I mean, I like mods. I like what mods give me in the game. I like having good characters because of good mods. But yeah, I didn't imagine so many people would like watching a video about mods. But hey, I appreciate that you like them. I'll keep doing them. I can't wait to see the Relic Snowtrooper dominate in Grand Arena. It's very satisfying. We'll see if we got some Geos to beat up or what. Smash the likes. Alright, yeah, get that like saber out. Like saber kills the like button. It's what we do. It's what we do. Less than half of the people know how to use their like saber though. Nabalkov, you need to train these guys. I know you're giving them the like sabers. That's part of the protocol, but when they become Inquisitors, they not enough to have the like saber. You also have to know how to use it. I did not understand mods until I watched like 3 of your videos. Oh, Mr. Rice. Mr. Rice is here. He asked me a question over in the Discord too. Boring, yes, but it's a hard part of the game, so every model is of help. Yeah, that so, some people really learn better by watching, and so yeah, if that's how people learn. I rewatched that video, and I did make one mistake that I kind of looked back at, and I went, "Oh man!" When I was picking and selling mods, one of the mods that I sold was a tenacity mod that had like 8 speed and 2 rolls in tenacity as a blue mod, and I sold it, and I was like, "What was I looking at? What was I looking at? That was a good mod. That was a sliceable mod." So I did make at least one misclick during that video and emptied out one mod that I definitely should have kept. But yeah, I guess it ain't the worst thing in the world. Pronub says DL's Geo mod video made me understand mods for the first time. Cool. Cue the Vader voice. No, Nabokov says I saw it. Yeah. Yeah. Tiny regrets. It's because it had potency and tenacity. Yeah, I just mislooked at it, I guess. Just mislooked at it. That happened yesterday. I sold this 20 speed mod on the account. Oh, that's painful. That's painful. Got to get those locked before you get rid of them. Shannon says, good morning. Hey, good morning. Cried myself to sleep after selling a 20 speed mod. Yeah, that's one of those things where like 4 days later, you're sitting in the restroom minding your own business and you think about it and suddenly you're like, oh man, oh, I was so stupid. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes those little regretful moments come back to haunt me later and I'm like, man, why am I thinking about that again? Hey, so since Mr. Rice is in here, I'm going to answer your question. He asked, he or she, I assume it's a he because it's Mr. Rice, not Mrs. Rice. Where is it? If I have an account about level 75, I already have my Phoenix and Geos going, but started opening up unnecessary tunes and ships listening to bad advice. Should I restart the account or just build according to your guides from where I'm currently at? So the answer to that is just keep building. I mean, you can't do too much damage to yourself this early in the game. On the Loquitur account, for example, I really thought that I was going to build CLS first. I like the idea of CLS very early in an account. So I just went for it. Started building up the Stormtrooper Han, started getting Princess Leia, Farm Boy Luke. And I just couldn't commit to these characters. Like, very, very quickly, I just had so many other projects. And I found that week after week after week, I never clicked the button on these characters. And pretty soon I said, you know what, the heck with it. And I just parked them and skipped the whole CLS idea and moved on. I also unlocked things like Biggs Darklighter, thinking I was going to build his ship, and I never did. Sabine got unlocked because we had that event one week. Several of these characters I took up to 7 stars. Like, let's see. Oh, I'm looking at only Rebels. Hang on, let me get rid of the Rebel only look here. Like Tusken Raider, Tebow. These things are like 5,000 galactic power each for being at 7 stars. But it feeds so much currency over to the shard shop that eventually when you get so many shards, you kind of have to do it. You know, the Guardian, we got 400. That's not quite motivating me to do it yet. But where's Han Solo? Where's my Han Solo? There he is. Look at this. 711 shards in this guy. So you think to yourself, man, that is all, you know, almost 400 shards worth of currency if I get this guy going. So moral of the story is, yeah, you can see I've unlocked some stuff. I've got some stuff going. I've even got, Slave 1 that I don't really use as a ship that I unlocked. So I assume that your bloat can't be that bad at this point, so just keep going. Now, if you really did something foolish and unlocked like 30 ships and have like 500,000 galactic power in wasted ships, then you might reconsider. But I think it's hard. Like you said, you're level 75. You just can't do enough damage to your account by the time you're level 75 for it to matter. So yeah, it's irrelevant. Just keep working on the account. Keep on building. All right. I'm listening on my way home from work. That's cool, Bookish. Thanks for tuning in. All right. My opponent this morning went all out in defense. The teams I could see were CLS and DR on the north wall, JKR and Geos on defense. I could only clear the north wall. Well, I'm guessing that leaves him with nothing to come back at you, so as long as you put some decent defense, you'll be okay too. 7-star that Han for the shard shop currency. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of shards. I was going to go CLS early as well, but realized I could make more plays in my fleet shard if I did Geos and Padme. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, it seemed like a good idea in the planning, but yeah, it didn't work out. Nabokov says, I did my mods for 2 or 3 weeks. I had one that actually had speed and was tolerable, meaning no flat spats, meaning no flat stats or speed secondaries. Something is not right. Nabokov. Thrawn! Thrawn when? Joey the Goat like you on the ALEURA account. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay, Mr. Rice. I'll show you what real damage looks like. So, on my main account, when I started, I didn't really realize that adding galactic power hurt you. And I just unlocked everything. I built all ships. I unlocked all pilots. I 7-starred a whole bunch of stuff. And then at some point, I'm like, wow, I have like 2 million galactic power in ships, and half of them I don't even use. So I've recovered this account pretty well. It was probably 3 million galactic power before I finally went, oh, this is hurting me. I'm telling you guys, I've played a lot of games, and they all reward you for having a big roster. So the more teams that you have to play, the better off you are. So I just started unlocking stuff and running it up as fast as I could. Didn't realize that the Grand Arena game mode kind of punished you for that. But yeah, you can't have built this much garbage by level 75. There's no way. Look, I even got Lando's Millennium Falcon going. Put some skills on that. Started building up characters. Wait, what? What am I looking at? Oh, that's not me. That's not even my ships. Lol. I'm looking at somebody else's ships. This is my ships. Here we go. This is my... That's embarrassing. Yeah, so that wasn't even my ships. Here you go. Here's an account with a bunch of ships. Garbage ships everywhere. Stuff everywhere. Yeah. Sith Fighter, TIE Reaper, Millennium Falcon, all that stuff. Got all these relic ships that you know, scimitars that 64,000 galactic power. As soon as I started building Sith Eternal Empire, this thing went from, you know, 23,000 galactic power to 70,000. The ship's already built. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just going to go up as your character goes up, and you got to do it because Sith Eternal Emperor. So, yeah. That's fun stuff. Alright. Why is the prepared squad built? The prepared squad. Yeah, where's my here's my Lando Millennium Falcon, right? I took this baby way up. I thought, man, you could pull this in as your last reinforcement, take 4 turns in a row. It's so good. And then you bring it in, you take 4 turns in a row, and it does like, you know, 7.5 damage. And you're like, oh, well, guess that was a colossal waste of my time, effort, and energy. I wish they would do something with scoundrel ships or cargo ships and make this thing usable. It seems like a fun kit. I mean, from what it can do, it's written like a good ship. It just doesn't have multipliers that do anything useful. We didn't know marquees were a trap back then. Yeah, build everything you get. Fun stuff. So we wanted to do account reviews. People were clamoring and said, "Got to have the account reviews." So let's take a look at somebody's account. Get that started right away. Game needs a Hondo capital ship to bring the bounty hunters and scoundrels together. I don't like Hondo. As a character, I think he's the kind of... If he was real and I met him in the street, I'd punch his lights out. I'd be like, you're ridiculous. You never keep your word about anything, you unreliable, uncount-onable, and, you know, have a few choice words that can't be said on my YouTube channel. I don't like Hondo. He annoyed me in the in the series. I mean, I guess he's supposed to annoy you, but yeah. If he had a good ship, I'd build it. I might not like the character, but if his ship was good, I'd build it. They said that they data mined Zori Bliss and a ship. I think, at some point. If I remember correctly, there was evidence of Zori Bliss and a Zori Bliss ship. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. There's a channel set up for that. Oh, for the Discord reviews. There were calls for an Old Republic ship. Old Republic ship? Yeah. Nick Wilson says, if Hondo were real, I'd call the cops on him first chance I got. But on the show, he was kind of hilarious. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't do much harm there. All right, we're looking at the account for Buzzed. Does Buzzed happen to be in the channel at all? He was over on the Discord, so hopefully he's joined for the live stream and is in the channel. That would be nice. If you're in the channel, it'd be nice if you could say something in chat so that we know you're here. All right. Zori Bliss is part of the SLK event, Tier 2. Yeah, I guess, but I'm hoping that she'll be a playable character. I wish she'd be a playable character. Hey, there's Buzz. Buzz Malander. All right. So let's take a look at this. 4.6 million galactic power. Pretty close to where I'm at on the ALEURA account. Not too far off. 2 million in ships. 2.6 in characters. That's all right. Obviously, we're at the level where you need 4 fleets, so you got to have, you know, enough ships for 4 fleets. What's the best score we've had in Division 2 Kyber? 124. So, we got a player. You got a player. Take a look at ships. Han's Millennium Falcon, the Silencer. We got First Order stuff. Galactic Republic stuff. A few ships in the middle here. Ray's Millennium Falcon started. The pilotless ships are in pretty good shape here. BTLB. I don't see. Did I just miss it? Okay. So maybe we still got the BTLB to build, but that's okay. He's using Houndstooth, I imagine. It's fine. A few rebels here. Cassian. Alright. There's the BTLB. We've started working on that. 6-star Negotiator, 5-star Malevolence. That's good for Grand Arena type stuff. Get both of those ships going. Finalizer's only at 5 stars. Only. It's good enough for SLKR. I don't know if you're using this as a fleet, Buzzed, but I like the Finalizer fleet a lot. You probably know. Chimera. So we've got at least 3 good fleets and 1 not bad fleet. Yeah, for sure. So we got plenty of fleets. Plenty of fleets to hold strong in Grand Arena. Alright. Take a look over here at characters, see what we got. Let's see what chat's saying. Are you excited for Lord Vader Galactic Legend coming, maybe? For the, yeah, potential. I don't know if it's going to be Lord Vader. I'm convinced it's going to be Malik. Or, not Malik, Maul. I think it's going to be Galactic Legend Metal-Legged Maul. There's more characters in the Maul arc that they haven't forced us to relic. So they can get us to relic a whole bunch of characters in Maul's arc. If it were to be Jedi Knight Anakin, there's too many of those characters that are already good or that we already have. So, I don't know. I think Maul. I think Maul is it. Maul has to be a conquest reward like Ahsoka. Ah, come on. Maul went and took over Mandalore. How can you not be a galactic legend if you take over a whole culture. I mean, granted, he wasn't the ruler for that long, but I don't know. That's my vote. Metal-legged Maul. All right, let's get back to Buzzed here. SLKR, Gas, Malik, Revan. All right, Padme team here. Grievous, of course. Fives, Hux, Bastila. So sometimes when I'm looking at these accounts anymore, it's weird to say this, but nothing surprises me, right? Like I look at the account and I'm waiting for like some niche character or some like fan favorite kind of stuff, but yeah, most people just build the good teams, so it's just a bunch of good teams. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's a little bit of spice. We got a Zeta on mission. Maybe that counts. Zeta on mission. All right. Then we got a bunch of stuff in the middle here. Some decent Gear 12s. Got the Geos in there. Got the Ewoks. I got a pretty thick middle part of the account here. That's good. Plenty of teams that you can build out of this. 3PO and Chewie's coming along. Mon Mothma's down here. Getting worked on a little bit. Alright, so JML then, huh? If we see the Mon Mothma and some of that stuff, maybe Qui-Gon Jinn, maybe it's the JML. Is that what we're doing? Let's go over and see what chat has to say. Sup, Buzz Malandor asks Nabokov, what's your current big... Oh, okay. Buzz says working on JKL and JML. That's good. Alright. Not sure what Old Republic ship we would get. Leviathan and KOTOR and Ravager and KOTOR too. Yeah. I don't know, I would much rather have a scoundrel capital ship than Old Republic. JKL or JML is JMK an option as well? Asks Nabokov. Mostly Finalizer is a cleanup fleet. Okay. Did you see the Dev basically confirmed Lord Vader? No, I didn't see that. Well, if it's basically confirmed, then I guess I have to live with Lord Vader as the next Galactic Legend. If we get Maul Galactic Legend, it would be Rebels Maul Old Master. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly. It Metal Legs Maul. I guess that's, by definition, it's the Maul that came back in the Rebels series for sure. Yep. You have to be in the movies for Galactic Legend status? Really? Oh. If that's a rule, then, yeah, whatever. Okay. I guess some people could be not very big fans of Star Wars. Much more likely Anakin than Maul. Alright, you guys. Raining on my parade. Alright, so in terms of character builds, looks solid. If he's going for JML next, that looks solid too. Let's just see where we're at with the Wampa, 7 stars, Hermit Yoda, Hermes Yoda. Ooh, look at that. Hermes Yoda's all kitted out and ready to go. And Rebel, yeah. And Rolo's at 7 stars too. Psh, you're good to go. Good to go, my brother. You got all the prerequisites in some semblance of building and ready to go. Alright, let's check out mods here for a second. See what kind of mods we got in this SLKR. 13,000 damage. That's pretty strong. Offense down bottom with 23 speed. Crit damage here with 21 speed. Speed up top in the arrow. Speed down here with a bunch of offense substat. Look at that. Almost 7% offense as a substat. Woo! Pretty good stuff. 210 offense, flat offense with a % offense stat. This mod is sick. Yikes. 20 speed, 210 flat offense, and % offense. That's the kind of mod that if they ever introduce 7 dots, you're like, okay, let's go. Giddy up. Maybe I can get a few more hits on this without hitting too much defense. Woof. Jealousy. It's a terrible thing. 24 speed, a little bit of protection, tenacity, health mod. Okay. That's good though, right? So we're pretty stout. Speed overall is pretty good too, right? 527. Yeah, that's good. Good speed. I just show that for people that are watching so they can admire the good mods. Protection, main stat, that's fine. Crit, potency, offense, another good mod. Really good substats in these mods. Look at that. Protection again, with more protection down bottom, potency, health, speed. So we're just making him fast and we're letting his natural offense carry him through. Probably has what, like 160,000 protection. Let's take a look. 117,000 protection. Yeah, not 160. That's way too high of a guess. But 120. That's a lot. And he still has tons of offense. You know, that 8400 has good multipliers. So he hits like a freight train still. Takes offense from the offense set. It's pretty good. I like this. A good balance of some defensive stats, some offensive stats. I love the armor set. A little bit of extra defense there to make him take less damage and stand up longer. Good stuff. All right, now let's see. Malik is speed with a little bit of tenacity. Total tenacity of 98. Not exceptional. Might consider putting a tenacity mod down here. If you're already at 98, getting from 98 to 140 or whatever, it's 35% I think for that. That's a pretty big deal. Protection, crit, avoidance, speed, yeah. Interesting. So we're pretty fast, 302. Some tenacity. It's pretty good. Let's take a look at the speed of these characters. So Revan, 340. That's pretty solid. Offense, just straight offense. Cool. Where's Bastila? 288. That's interesting. I don't have this team to play around with, but if you use it in defense in Grand Arena, I've heard that it's good to have Bastila be the fastest character on your team. Again, I haven't experimented with this to prove it out, but it's something you might want to look into, potentially look up a video and see if it's worth, you know, thinking about switching around mods. If you use Darth Revan on offense and you're in control, then I think it doesn't matter. You can pick your matchup and it's fine. 323 on this Padme. Yikes. And 76,000 health. That's got to be Relic 7. Relic 5. Wow, you got that much health with Relic 5 and still that much speed, huh? Health, health, health. This has got to be speed. That's got to be some pretty strong. I like the defense substats. We've got a lot of defense in these mods as substats. Health here. Man, that is some sick health. I didn't think you'd get that high of health with a speed set. With a health set, yeah, sure, but that is a lot of health. And we can pop this up to 6 dots at some point and make that even more. Doesn't even have a 6-dot mod here. Yeah, that's great. That's a lot of health. Good stuff. Good stuff. First Order Officer and Hux are over 300. Revan is 314. A lot of fast characters. I'm loving this. So for 4 million, we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters over 300 speed. That's awesome. It's really good. Bosca's up there too. He's got to be close to 81. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So the mod sets are good. Let's just go poke Anakin real quick and see if he's got potency on his Anakin's cross. Offense. No, break my heart. So good. So good up to this point. Consider potency here. Especially if you ever intend to use this as a defense, either in Grand Arena or in Territory Wars. If you put him on defense, getting these debuffs on his basic to stick really changes what people can use to take this team down. If you always have it on offense, it's fine the way it is. But if you ever use it on defense, consider changing that to potency. It's hard to give this guy much advice. He's too good. That SLK is modded correctly. All right. Let's see. Let's see. So you have to relic the Phoenix squad. Yeah. That'd be hilarious. It might be Thrawn. I think Thrawn would be a great galactic legend. They would have to wait until the Ahsoka show comes out. It would have to have Grand Admiral Thrawn in the Ahsoka, and then, you know, galactic legend Grand Admiral Thrawn, and then the Phoenix have to be relicked. All right. I took protection on my circle because the offense was too good. Yeah. Nice. What does his crew look like? Let's take a look. All health mods, 90,000, 75 in protection. Any defense? It's protection and health and defense. One mod hitting on defense with 27 speed. Dude, you have ridiculous mods. That mod is fantastic. My goodness. I'd love to have that mod. All right. Joey the Goat says, great account. No potency on Anakin's cross. Terrible. The good ones are on Vader and Bastila. So you're saying Vader has the good mods. 23 speed, offense, defense, crit chance, speed, tenacity, offense, that's good, and health. 13 speed, crit chance, offense, still have to work on that mod. Still not even 6 dots. Health, defense, speed, potency, 9% potency on that bad boy, look at that. That's pretty good. 32 speed, potency, tenacity, offense, protection. That's pretty good. Ooh. Let's see what Vader looks like overall. Ooh, yeah, so, I mean, you're doing the crit chance to 75. That's good because then you're right at 100% when you're in Merciless Massacre, so that's very good. But no critical damage boost, and I really like offense on this guy. Oh, but he's Relic 5. Okay, that's fine. That's probably fine for Relic 5. Probably fine. Tilo Mad 92, what's good, man? How do we get a review? You go over to Discord and you put it into the review database. If you want your review prioritized, you can join the Patreon and talk to me through the Patreon chat on Discord and say that you want your account review prioritized, and I will probably get to it right away because, you know, there has to be some rewards for supporting my channel and being a patron. So that's how you get an account review and how you accelerate it if you don't want to wait. All right, so in terms of the next project, we're working on Jedi Master Luke, get our second Galactic Legend, have one good guy, one bad guy. And then what comes next after that? What comes next after that, I wonder? There's probably a few middle ground stuff, but really there's not that much. So you've got the Triumvirate. I love the Triumvirate, so potentially putting relic level Triumvirate and relicking Nest. And then I don't see any other big holes. You've got some of everything. You'll have some more rebels. You'll have more stuff from the JML. Yeah, so I'd do a little more stabilizing and then probably go for JMK or Sith Eternal. Just keep working the GL scale. All right. My GAC opponent had 2 relics, Darth Revan and Greedo. Greedo? Buzz Malander says, I want to work on troopers. Imperial troopers, I assume you mean? Yeah, because you got gas, so you must already have the 501st for sure. Yeah, troopers are fun. Troopers are just ridiculously fun team. And with your mods that you've got in your account, man, you can kit out those troopers to be blazing fast and always go first and crush things. It's a very satisfying team to play. For sure. All right, there was another question over in Discord. Insomniac asked, how do you apply your gear farming guide to gameplay below 85? Since I don't have access to most of the farm nodes or gear shops, am I just stuck farming per the needed character? So the answer to that is yes-ish. Okay? So some of the philosophies of the gear farming still apply even at a very low level. When you're at low level in your account below 85, let's say below 70 even, the characters that you're building up will often need things like this, the Mark 6 hypo syringe, and this piece eventually is not too much of a problem because you get them from the agility challenge or one of those challenges that comes up. So eventually you get a bunch of those. But when you're very first starting out the game and you're trying to get your first characters up to gear 7, 8, 9, whatever, you need a lot of those. So for those, farm them out of fleet. So farm these from fleet and farm these hollow projectors from fleet. Then there's gear that you need at a very low level that you're just going to have to farm. And again, it won't be a problem eventually. But some of the gear that stays a problem for a long time. Let's take a look here. There's these Mark 5, I'm sorry. These things right here. Mark 5 Blast Tech weapon mod prototypes. Those you run out of. So if you're just looking for things to farm at a low level, farm the gear for the character that needs to be leveled up, you know, or you can farm some stuff like this, or like, where's that blue thing? These Mark 3 detonators are good to farm. And then there's one more thing that let's see, is it in here? Is it this? No. There's like a blue Mark 1 or Mark 2 back to gel. That's got a good node. Let's go take a look real quick. It's driving me crazy. This thing. This thing gets needed by a lot of characters and also stuff at higher gear tiers. And I think there's a decent node to farm that from. Let's see. Yeah, this node right here in Fleet is decent, and then you've got where is it? It's a low-level node. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's this one. No, I don't know. Yeah, but that's another piece of gear that you can farm if you're at a loss for what to farm at really low levels. So those are a couple key pieces, like this Mark 1 thing, the Mark 5 Blast Tech, or just, you know, literally farm what your character needs and just keep working on it. Once you get to about level 70, you should be able to get to Carbonti nodes, and then that kind of becomes your default farm if you're not doing something else. And then around 75 or 80, I think even around 75, you have access to stun guns. Then you'll start needing to collect stun cuffs and stun guns as early on as you can. And by then, you know, the gear thing kicks in and makes more sense. But there's probably about 2 months at the start of the game where you just have to do the best you can with what you've got. All right. Thanks for the review. No problem, Buzz. Hope it helped. Bookish says, gotta go see ya. Why don't you apply more Omegas onto characters? Why don't you apply more Omegas? Talking to me? So for me, when I had my first account, I was out of Omegas all the time, and then I would want to Zeta something, and I would never have materials to do Zetas. So I just got in the habit, even on my main account, I don't Omega skills unless I really know that I want the skills. So like Shock Grenade, I Omega'd that right away because I know that I want that cooldown -1. So for Omegas that I know are really good, that I know right away that I want, this Dispel All Debuffs on Weakest Rebel Ally, I buy them for sure. But like Field Promotion here, if they were already at the top level, we reduce cooldowns, I don't care. I'm not spending 5 Omegas on that. The amount of times that you actually get that guy promoted all the way up is it's never in PvP. In PvE, if you're doing an assault battle with her, then you do. But that's, you know, waste of 5 Omega materials. So that's, I mean, I read the skill, and if I want it, I Omega it. If I don't want it, I just let the Omega sit. And you see I've got 100 of them, but that's not that much. You know, really it's not. Because as soon as I go to apply a couple Zetas, you know, 20 to 30, it's what, 13 per... Is it always 13? So, yeah, maybe it's always 13. But yeah, so I just want to always have enough in the bank for when I want to do Zetas. For sure. All right. Need to get the likes going. 30 likes is a bit low. Somebody's calling everybody out in chat. Get your like sabers out. People hanging out here, if you could please, I'd appreciate it. Smash that like button. Helps me, helps the channel. And it's easy to do if you know how to use your like saber. Done. All right, at Loquitur, an issue I've been running into in hard mode Conquest. What do you think is a normal speed for Palpatine? Is it better just using Vader or Thrawn to get turn 1 easier? So in hard mode Conquest, I don't plan on going first anymore. So what I've done I typically will find a leader's resolve somewhere, and then I'll run Vader as the leader, simply because leader's resolve, and then Vader has enough hit points that he doesn't die. It gives him enough speed to sometimes get him a first turn. But I do leader's resolve, and then things like Emperor Palpatine don't make sense in the leader spot anymore because he's there for his leadership abilities, sure, but making him that much better doesn't help. Putting Vader in the leadership spot helps a ton if you have leader's resolve. So that's what I would say. I mean, for me, I get leader's resolve, and then I always try to play the best character for what I'm trying to do as a leader. Jedi Knight Revan team, it makes Jedi Knight Revan good. Padme team, it makes Padme good. Vader team, any team that you're doing with Vader, just put him in the lead spot. Unless you're doing something with Sith Eternal Emperor, then you put him in the lead spot. So that's where I'm at on that. Alright. 16 Omegas for a special or basic, 13 for uniques, and 10 Omegas for other leader abilities. Zetas take between 10 and 16 of your Omegas. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, I don't waste Omegas because I did on my main account, and then, you know, kept having skills that I was waiting to Omega, and then I would Omega them, and then I'm like waiting for a week and a half trying to get 13 Omegas to do a Zeta. When I did SLKR, that was the point where I'd finally like really caught up. And when I did my SLKR, I literally had exactly enough to do 5 Zetas. And I did 5 Zetas, and I was at like 0 or 1 Omega or something like that. So it was close. Alright. Aiden finally made it. Nabokov says, laughing at Aiden. Oh, okay. Nice. Locks the door. Go ahead. I meant the Loquitur conquest, not the ALEURA conquest. Joey. Oh, how are you doing on Loquitur conquest? Box 5. I don't know if I'm going to get to box 6 this time. Like I said, I really haven't been able to spend as much time. I have definitely not been efficient or optimized in my participation in conquests for the last 2 weeks. Not even close. Very suboptimal. Alright. Okay, so let's get over on into this Grand Arena stuff. Probably some people here want to see a Grand Arena. Probably some Loquiturs want to see more like buttons being hit. Still a lot of people in the channel hanging out watching that have not applied the like saber. Please do so. Like sabers. All right, let's take a look at this Grand Arena over here. Grand Arena. First things first, we got to go take a look, and we gotta show the middle finger pose. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got this Dooku here standing tall. 4 guys laying down, 1 guy standing up. I'm going to call that the middle finger defense right there. Look at this guy. 2 holds. 2 holds with this crazy tenacity Dooku. The opponent obviously miscalculated something. Mon Mothma got a hold. Underestimated my Mon Mothma team as well. Fleet got a hold. So, I hate doing this to an opponent because this guy was like, man, Grand Arena sucks. Why did I get paired up against this guy? Or he doesn't care. He played it and he went, yeah, whatever. I don't care. One or the other. I know when I play against something like that, I'm like, man. Alright. I've applied my like from the beginning. Troopers need 75 likes. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to get more people in the channel to get that many likes. Call your friend, call a neighbor, get a like button hit. There's still significantly more people than likes. Alright, Sia Granta. Likes him some Rebels. C-3PO Relic 4. Galactic power right at 1.6. About the same in ships, but he's got me by quite a bit in characters. Take a look at his Erodium down here. And that means that he's a good player, but maybe not terrifying. So you see somebody who's Kyber 1 as their top placement, then you get a little scared. Like Partik. It's almost as bad as losing to Night Sisters. Nabokov, that's cruel. That's cruel and unusual punishment saying that to me. For anybody who doesn't know, I dropped a battle against Night Sisters with my bounty hunters, and quite shameful. Alright, we got the Chimera going, Executrix a little bit. Home 1 has some stats, but a terrible Akbar, so not too much of a threat anywhere in fleet. The Geos aren't really completed. We've got a Relic Vader and a Houndstooth that's gear 12. So I look at this fleet, and I don't feel any threat level. I feel like whatever he puts on defense, if he puts his best ships on defense, I'll beat it with anything I got. If he puts his best ship on offense, I don't think he can beat my Negotiator fleet. Always good to look at fleets and build confidence, and that lets you do some different things with your Grand Arena. Relic characters across the top. He's got the Rebels, he's got Vader, and he's got a bunch of gear 12s. I typically don't see this in accounts much anymore. Maybe it's just accounts that I get matched up against. But yeah, quite a few gear 12s. And to his credit, he's not he doesn't have like the odd gear piece on every gear 12 character he has. He's at least committed enough to either build them or not, which I respect. Ewoks, some stuff down here in the middle. So he's got a pretty thick account, but not quite as much top end. And his top end is all in, kind of one team. And on Swigo GG, we can see that he does often try to bring his Luke in as a solo, and then use like a wedge lead with Chewie and Han to try to make a second team out of that. So it's a good strategy for anybody who has a team like this to try to break it up and use it a couple different places on offense. But we're going to put a defense down that's going to specifically try to stop that. All right. When it says that they are in Erodium, it's talking about their best placement in that division. Okay? I got Kyber in Division 11, but it says that my best was Erodium in Division 10. Division 11, okay. All right. Just a note for everyone, for Grand Arena, an awesome new tool. The devs over at Swigglebot updated their GA command and is monumentally useful for GA compare tool. Yeah, I see that you were in the channel in Discord comparing us again, Nabokov. Nabokov thinks that we should pair up. He thinks that it's a very fair matchup, but I see 103 Zetas versus 68 Zetas, and I think it's not a very fair matchup. That is an awful lot of Zetas difference. Got twice as many Zetas as me, man. Come on. That's like beating up a 5th grader. Hit us up on Discord if you need help figuring it out. That's great, Nabokov. Thanks for offering that. All right, so for defenses, I put the same teams. Just becoming real predictable with this. And probably any opponent scouting me is going to go, oh, well, same thing as he's been doing. And then I put this middle finger defense here again. The Dooku in the middle finger of the hand, the fist of agony. I shouldn't say that. That could be interpreted in a different way. Skip the fist part. It's just referring to tenacity mods. That's all. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, tenacity mods. All right. And then on the back wall, I don't want to show it on stream, but for anybody who knows what I place on defense, you probably can guess very quickly what's on the back wall. And we did put the Negotiator as a defensive fleet. I am so close to getting my 6-star on that. I'm 10 shards away from getting 6 stars. I really, when this territory battle ends and I get my 6-star, I'll be very, very happy. Alright. I thought we were soloing with Dooku. We are. We're soloing with Dooku someday. So right now I'm using him on defense until this Mon Mothma team gets a little bit better. When this team is just a little bit better and it actually constitutes a defensive team, because I need one more defense. So if I don't put this on defense, then I'm forced to put something like Padme on defense. And I don't want to give up Padme. If I fight a person where it makes more sense to put Padme on defense, then we'll take the Dooku solo. Oh, people are saying we need the Dooku solo. I've had him this way for 1 week. Let me test him out on defense. So he put his resistance over here on defense with a Ray team. And gear 12. The mods are not that great if I remember correctly. 239 speed. A little bit of crit damage from the mod set itself. 64% crit chance. I don't feel terribly threatened by this this character. So the thing is, I have troopers, Padme, and Vader, and I got to take something in against this, and I know that the troopers absolutely destroy that team. So I may end up troopering that and overkilling it just because I know how easy the matchup is with troopers. Alright, then we've got this Ewok team over here. 2 Zetas. Chirpa in charge. And we got a Wicket over here that's like gear 11. So we got a big Wicket. A big old Wicket. 84,000 worth of Ewoks. So that's pretty stout. Elders in there too. Then we got this First Order team, which, I mean, 61,000 worth of First Order. I feel like that could be Jedi. That could be almost anything we want to clean it up, can underdog it. So Vader and Padme, one or the other, will take out those Ewoks. Whatever's on the back wall, we can Vader or Padme. So if my 4 offensive teams are Vader, Padme, Troopers, and Jedi, I feel like we got this under control. And we could definitely use Troopers right here. A nest should not be big enough to be a problem. Alright, let's see if we got anything over here. Tiresias, greetings Darth Loquitur. Thanks for your help yesterday, take your like. Yeah, so we did the hangout in Patreon chat yesterday, and Tiresias was asking me a bunch of questions about his Grand Arena setup, and hopefully gave him some ideas to help. Tried to set up a few clever teams for him, stretch his little ship situation to the maximum benefit for a couple good defensive fleets. So I hope that the teams perform well, get holds, give your opponents all kinds of problems. That would be good. All right. 3x3 doesn't equal 12. It's 4 weeks of 3 rounds, which is 12 total matchups. I've tripped on Ewoks 2 GACs in a row. I feel like I should turn in my Inquisitor card. Now, the Ewoks, if you take in a team that counters Ewoks, they just look foolish. If you underestimate the Ewoks, they can just go crazy and take, like, you know, I've seen people go, oh, Vader solo. And, you know, Vader goes around and he kills one Ewok and, you know, doesn't kill all of them. And they take like 7 turns in a row and ability block him and daze him. And yeah, they might straight up win the battle or, you know, at least take away a heck of a lot of banners. So yeah, the Ewoks, man, if they go off, they take a lot of turns. A lot of turns. Alright, so how many troopers do we need? That's the question. So let's go take a look at our inventory of troopers. And Gideon is superb here. So if we take in Stark and we skip Piet and we just use these guys, underdog it, and yeah, so is Moff Gideon fast enough? That's the thing. That's the thing. 265 and he'll get buffed up. 285 under Veers. Stark will give him 2 buffs, so 20%, so he'll be plenty fast. When Moff Gideon, so let's just so people understand the matchup and what happens and what works and what doesn't. Okay, Jedi Training Rey has this unique where whenever another ally suffers a debuff, she gains a ton of turn meter. So what happens is you put in Moff Gideon, and on his first turn, he puts Demoralize on all 5 of their characters, which can't be resisted, and Rey gets tons of turn meter. Okay, but then Gideon immediately removes all of her turn meter, and the troopers kill her, and from there on out, the rest of the battle is just a joke. It's just a joke. Zetaing Piet next. Which ability should I Zeta first? So there's only one ability that you have to Zeta on Piet, and that's the Imperial Ambition. That's what it's called, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Emperor's Trap. Emperor's Trap. That's the Emperor's Trap is the one that you have to Zeta, because this gives a stack of Emperor's Trap every time a trooper goes. And under the Veers elite, did you guys see that? You guys see that? Look at that. Upgrade Relic Piet incoming. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so that interacts with the Veers leadership, or the Veers this thing. So let's see. Nope, that's not it. Man, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so they gain 20 speed and 10% turn meter whenever they gain a buff. So because of the Emperor's Trap, every time a trooper takes an action, they get a stack of the Emperor's Trap, which gives them 10% more turn meter. When you do a mass assist like with Moff Gideon, 5 troopers go, it's 50% turn meter. It is crazy. It is crazy how much turn meter these guys generate with Piet. But we're not going to do that. We're going to take away Piet, and we're going to be satisfied with this group, so that we can underdog it. I don't really want to get rid of Stark. I could keep Piet and get rid of Stark. I'd rather do it this way. And then Piet can go with Vader or something else. Alright, in we go. Let's see if this works out as planned. Alright, so we're clearly going first. That's good. We buff up. Moff Gideon goes next. Look at that. Her turn meter went straight to full. We don't care. Drain it. Kill her. Alright. Mow him down. We'll just do a single shot here. Area effect on BB-8. Beautiful thing. Those troopers. It's like a clock. You wind it and it ticks every 1 second. So predictable. Oh man, look at this. Phoenix on the back. Alright. We have to absolutely optimize banners on this. I think we must be able to do some silly things with banners against Phoenix, right? Maybe just Vader all by himself? Just a solo Vader? Wreck these guys? Seems fair. Then we can Padme the Ewoks, Jedi the First Order. Wipe our mouth on a napkin. Fun fact, the German word Vater is very likely where Vader got his name. Vader, from my understanding, means father in German. So if people didn't figure out the mystery there, it was in the name all along. It's pretty interesting. Solo City, that screams Solo Vader. Vader solo did it last round. They won't even get a stun. I would Vader the First Order team. Vader solo could work on First Order as well, and Jedi on the Phoenix equals 60 banners. Lockdowns are never fun. Anakin solo the First Order, Vader solo Phoenix, and Jedi the Ewoks. That's just weird. Anakin solo the First Order? Anakin solo the First Order. Huh. Objection. Vader was not designated as Luke's father until episode 5. Spoilers! Spoiler! Fan on the couch. Yeah. I don't know. Lucas, I think Lucas knew all along what was going to happen there. And the interesting thing is, for anybody who hasn't seen the trivia, when David Prowse, that's the guy who was actually in the Vader suit, when he was doing that scene, he was actually saying the line, "Obi-Wan killed your father." And literally the only one in the set, on the crew, anybody who knew the real lines, they pulled Mark Hamill aside like right before that take and said, "Oh, by the way, here's the real dialogue, and you need your reactions to match that." So Mark Hamill was the only one who knew on set what was going to happen. And James Earl Jones said when he read the dialogue, he was like, "No, is that for real? That can't be right." So yeah, even like the actors were surprised by that little plot twist. So yeah, must have been pretty effective. All right. George Lucas definitely had a plan. Yeah. All right. JKA and Watt versus the Ewoks. Vader versus First Order, and Jedi versus Phoenix. Huh. Fan on the couch says it wasn't planned during the first Star Wars, and Lucas had to retcon Vader killed your father from Obi-Wan by saying from a certain point of view. Interesting. You watch Star Wars documentaries and the reactions of Han and Leia. They first saw it in the cinemas. Yeah. Did the stream just start? Did I miss much? No, I'm messing with chat, and I'm doing Grand Arena. You haven't missed much. All right, we're gonna Padme these Ewoks, and then we're going to Vader the Phoenix and Jedi this. So for these Ewoks, I select you, Padme, and Kenobi. And I think that's it. I don't think we bring in... do we need Ahsoka to clear debuffs or not? I'm probably just going to kill these Ewoks in one hit. I feel like I can probably kill them in one hit. Alright. We'll go in like this. Send them in. Send them in. Vader's versus the Ewoks equals more banners. I'll get my banners with the Vader on the back wall. Alright, SWAT. That killed no one. Alright, let's kick the Elder. Boom. Done. Don't kick the Elder. If anybody's a South Park fan, just say it to the tune of "Kick the Baby" and just kick the Elder. Ready, Ike? Kick the Elder. Don't kick the Elder. Alright, here we go. Get some courage. Stacks and stacks of courage. We need it versus... No, we don't. We don't need it versus these Ewoks. Good, clean... 61? Hey, who lost protection? Who? Was it... Oh, it was Padme. It was Padme that lost protection. Giving away a banner? That's not funny. That's not funny. Alright, then we just do this, right? And we play the hallway scene music? Or should we do this? It's one less banner, but it's potentially better if I don't kill everybody right away. I like this. I like this. Palpatine behind Vader going, let's kill the Phoenix. You could do Vader Piet. Vader's R7. Do Vader with Piet? Nah, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. It's time for the hallway scene. It's time for Vader to go crazy. Alright, let's do the Force Crush first. Merciless Massacre. We'll kill her. We'll thump him. Thump him. Force Crush again because it's fun. Do that. And do that. And for anybody who wanted a Vader solo, I would not have killed them in one Merciless Massacre if I couldn't have done that first Force Crush. So that's good. 63. Then we go over here. 61,000 worth of First Order. The Jedi just seems so safe, right? We could do like this. And is that it? I mean, just do that. Not even bring in Ezra Bridger. 3 Jedi. If you Google search Piet Swigo, the first question that comes up is Piet good Swigo. The world's fastest Piet is plus 182 speed. Only Relic 5. Vader would have one-shot everything. No Ahsoka? Just do Bastila and Yoda? Whenever you guys say to only do 2, then I have to do 3. That's my thing. That's my thing. We'll take Ahsoka in here. And that way, if he decides to taunt and we can't kill Kylo Ren unmasked right away, we can get around him. Whatever. Gives me a little more control. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to kill this Executioner first. Go ahead and kill the Executioner first, please. Alright. Now Yoda's just going to take a big hit over here. Let's spread buffs first. So I can do that. And then this. Alright, we're doing good. Ahsoka's taking hits. She's taking the heat away from Bastila. Taking some stuns. Yoda's over here not getting stunned. Boom. See, I feel good about bringing in 3 Jedi. Then Yoda didn't get stunned. If Yoda was relic, you could do 2, otherwise 3 is safe. He used Vader on Phoenix. No Zeta on Bastila. Yeah, no Zeta on Bastila. Missing a whole lot of that tenacity up. Alright, 3 was a good play. Look, 225,000 in ships. This is Biggs, right? 32,000 Biggs. We've got a Ghost as... So, please, people, this is the whole reason to build Ghost, is because it comes in and it allows you to do 2 reinforcements in a row. Please don't put your Ghost in the starting 3. It doesn't make sense. It's not where Ghost belongs. Ghost belongs in the hold as a reinforcement. Bring in this Plo ship, but that's it. We're not even going to bring in another reinforcement. You could solo that with Houndstooth. A fleet solo. Stack spy on reinforcement. What are you talking about? That wasn't Biggs. It was Wedge? Oh, so it is. It's Wedge. You could solo that with Houndstooth. I don't have Houndstooth on defense. See, I like doing it this way because I'll kill a ship, I'll kill a ship, I'll kill a ship, and I'll get full banners with a good clean win with 3 ships and no problems. Chimera plus Houndstooth can solo this. Malevolence plus Hyena can solo this. Alright. I can also kind of solo it like this. We have a potential dodge issue with the Phantom, so I may need to take that ship out first. We'll do this. Alright, let's see. Let's get rid of this first, just because it's annoying. Get rid of this second. Yeah, I didn't get him. That's frustrating. I thought I could get them all in one round. It's fine. It's all fine. The dodge comes from the Ghost. I feel like this ship already has a decent dodge skill, even without the interaction between the Phantom and the Ghost. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. Alright, 1402 full clear. Seems pretty good. Some good clean wins. Not nearly as many problems as we had against that Grievous teams that we've been fighting the last couple rounds. Super clean, nice work. Thanks, guys. Alright. Question over here. Darth Loquitur, I've been farming SLKR. I got every First Order character to Gear 12 and 5 of them to Relic. The problem is I'm lacking behind in Galactic Challenges and Conquest because I basically only have one team. I was thinking of going for the CLS team because it's quick farm and the Rebel tag would help me out. I already have 7-star Han and 5 bounty hunters for Chewie. On the other hand, I was thinking of something like clones for GOTB. What's your opinion? Should I finish SLKR or farm up CLS so the account gets better rewards from the events? If I was going to farm up anything, assuming that you have Geos somewhere in the mix here, I would really get Padme. I think the Padme team is better than the Rebel team. It's easier to gear. It's easier to use. It's super easy. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. So I would say look toward Padme if you have any Separatists at all to do that event. And if you don't, then you got to consider building the Geos. So yeah, if I was going to take a detour, I would do Geos into Padme and build that team. Because you've passed up. I mean, you can go back and get the Rebens, but that's a pretty long haul. But CLS is, I don't know. There's just so many teams right now that you get a better payoff for less effort, I feel like. So I vote no on CLS. I vote yes on Padme. If you want to build the clones, it's okay. But again, it's a lot of investment in a team. If you've got 5 relics toward SLKR already, and you can't get a quick Padme team, I would just stick with it and go through the go through with it all the way to SLKR. Don't stop. Keep the focus. That's my advice. All right. Omega does look odd. Is anybody familiar with Ezreal from League of Legends? Let's see. Let's see what I can do here for a second. Let's see if I can get a picture of Ezreal going on for anybody who might not be familiar with Ezreal. Let's see. So Ezreal is a character that got like the same kind of grief from League of Legends because he's kind of androgynous and he's a really good character, but it's just kind of like wacky. And she belongs in a museum. That's one of his lines. You belong in a museum, he says. So let's see if I can find an Ezreal here. Okay, here we go. In the Legends of Runeterra game, we've got an Ezreal card, and you guys can see what Ezreal looks like. And this is the same thing. I mean, when I saw Omega, I was like, "Wait, is that Ezreal?" Did he make the transition over? And he's got like this little gauntlet thing that he uses. Like his weapon is actually a gauntlet that he holds in his hand, and she's got that little crossbow thing on her arm. So I was like, Omega's not a real character. They just stole Ezreal and made it into a little girl. So yeah, there you go, Ezreal. That's what I thought of when I saw Omega's picture, because it does. It looks enough like her in the show that you know who it is, but it's also kind of awkward. Yeah. Midge says literally played him 30 minutes ago. Nice. Does Loquitur's guild complete the challenge Rancor? No. My main account also does not complete the Rancor yet. So close. So very close. Omega's pretty good. She's nothing special, but she does a good amount of damage. Yeah, Nick, neither one of my accounts are doing the finishing the Rancor. Never killed anybody in the show, but does a lot of damage. How do you have Relic 8 mats then, Loquitur? I have Relic 8 mats from Conquest. The Conquest boxes at the higher level have the Relic 8 mats in them. Yes. Let's take a look at this box 7. There you go. So I've gotten 40 of these. I think there's been 4 of these, right? So there's been 4 hard. There was 1 normal. I think there's been 5 rounds of this. There was 1 normal and then 4 hard. So I've gotten 40 of these arrow magnifiers from Conquest. Yeah. And I bought a couple of the packs. I bought like I said, I spend money on my main account. So for that particular month when those packs showed up, when those packs showed up in the store, they were $49 each. And buying 2 packs gets you a Relic 8. And I did that 2 different times. So once for Nest and once for Kylo. Yep. Just paid for it. 5 hard conquests so far. Okay. Darth Loquitur, before we dive into the next GA or review, can we look at that shiny Sith Trooper? And the talk about the things that you've seen or not seen, mod changes, any progress? No, we're not going to spend time on the Trooper. I haven't had any time to do anything with him to walk off. I've literally, all I've been doing is working and sleeping and making videos. I haven't done anything. I haven't even been able to do my conquest. I'm way behind. So there's nothing to talk about. I relicated him and I haven't even looked at him. So maybe some other time. I want to get into this other review that I promised I would look at. All right, so Tree Boreal. Let's see. Let's go over here. See if we can pull up another account review to look at real quick. Search. BoyUnderTrees. All right, I've seen him on and off over in Discord quite a bit, so that's good. Damn it, I'm stuck. What do I watch, Loquitur or AP? I'm watching both. Oh boy. That's got to drive you crazy. How many weeks is it to take an average 20 speed mod on the Loquitur account? How many weeks is it to take average 20 speed mod? I haven't counted up my good speed mods, but I've gotten probably a good speed mod once every 2 weeks. I did a mod video a while back, like 3 months ago, and I hit like 3 maxed out speed mods in the same video. It was insane. It's a lot of statistics. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the question, but you're looking for 1 mod a week that's, 14, 15, 17, 20, whatever you can get. And then eventually you'll slice those mods and hope to get lucky. Alright, is BoyUnderTrees in the chat? If he's in the chat, that'd be cool. I'd love to hear from you. If not, you can catch this on the flip side. 1.9 million galactic power. Well, right at 2 million, really. 760 in ships, 8 and 12 would be about right. So it's not too bad. Probably could use a few more ships for where you're at right now. Just looking at your stats. All right. All right, so take a look at ships. Houndstooth, Anakin's ship, Vader, Rex. Got some stuff in the middle here for Galactic Republic. Capital ship-wise, we've got just the 3 starting capital ships. Probably some effort in endurance. Alright, so my first bit of advice, if you're going to build up one of these capital ships as your main capital ship, whichever one you're using in we can actually go look at his fleet arena. So he's using Tarkin. So for 2 million galactic power, whatever ship you're using as your main capital ship, you should definitely have at least a Gear 12 character in your main ship. This Tarkin is too small for my tastes. If he's going to be your main capital ship, you got to work on him. Get him Gear 11, Gear 12 for sure. Got a lot of ships. I guess he's going for Millennium Falcon, Vulture. Is this okay? So this is a hyperdrive account then. So that's why we got a bunch of these ships in the middle here. This is most likely hyperdrive. Right, because we got a bunch of 5-star ships, 5-star Vulture droid. Okay, so it's a hyperdrive account. Still, I would definitely work on your captain of your capital ship. Lots of stuff that's started but not finished. I think you really need to work on fleets. So we'll take a look at characters and see if we can make some matchups between characters and fleet and see what might be a good idea or plan. Over here we've got Anakin and Revan, Padme, with some Zetas. So we've got a Padme team. Is he using the Revan or the Padme for his arena team? I didn't look. So we're using the Padme team for arena with Barriss. Interesting. If you're going to use Barriss in this team, you absolutely have to Zeta this. This character is a 2 out of 10, and with her Zeta, she's an 8 out of 10 for this team. She literally is her Zeta. So even if she's at garbage gear, the reason to have her on this team is this Zeta for swift recovery. Because then whenever an ally is critically hit, they regain health. And that's huge for this team. So she's a great character to be in this slot, but she has to have the Zeta. So you need to get the Zetas onto that team for sure. I would probably do Kenobi's Zeta, then hers, then Ahsoka's. All right, we've got Jolie Bindo with a Zeta, Vader with a Zeta, some bounty hunters in here, Saj Ventress. That's interesting. Why do we have a Saj? Let's see where the Ewoks are at, because he may be going. Okay, so this is potentially a gas build then. So he's got the Ewoks, he's got clones started up, he's got the Padme team, he's got Asajj. Probably going to be working on separatist droids at some point. Okay, so he's kind of going for gas, I think. Is that what you guys see? Yeah, Luca says gas pound. This is where the fun begins. All right, so let's go over here and see if he... So, in the request, he said, I'm focusing on a lot of things, and I feel like I'm grinding out a lot of characters, but don't have a clear second or third best squad. I started, and then I quit, and I came back for about 4 months. So that contributed a lot. I just like help making a game plan. Okay, so if that's the case, then we'll make a game plan for you. Gas is your game plan. You've done Jedi Knight Revan. So I think what I would do if this was my account, I would go for Darth Revan also and Malik and get that locked down before I go for gas. They're both characters that need to get one currency, so you got to pick one or the other. And I think to stabilize your account, get Malik, get the dark side going. Because if you build gas from here, your account's going to be so heavy on light side that you're not going to make much of a contribution in dark side GOTB and stuff like that. Speaking of Geos, do we have Geos? Alright, don't panic. It's not that big of a deal. So, that's what I would say. Build that Darth Revan so you at least have some Sith tag, some dark side presence. And then continue on your gas path. You know? I I would probably even put this Padme team on hold. You've got a Padme team with a Relic Anakin. I'd probably put the Zeta on Kenobi and just park it. Just leave it. Come back to it later. Definitely would not build the CLS team that you've got going on. I saw that you have Commander Luke Skywalker on lockdown here. I definitely wouldn't do this. Because that, I mean, it's just too much. Because you've got clones, you've got Ewoks, you've got tons of stuff. Yep, that's what I would do. Darth Revan into Malak, stabilize the account that way, then go back and work on your Padme team, and then finish out your gas path. Try to do all of that without starting any more projects. You know, don't start like Bad Batch or some other project. Just keep building the characters you got, and by the time you get to about 3 million galactic power, you should be in pretty good shape. Let's catch up on the chat over here. I believe he is EU time. Seems to be plotting for a negotiator. Yeah. Yeah, so he was just asking for general direction. That's my direction. This Revan, build that Revan, build the Bindo up to relic level. Let that be your arena team. Pass up your Padme team. Build the Darth Revan, build that up. Let that be your arena team. And then come back around, finish out the Padme, and build up your gas. That's the plan. So hopefully he can see this video and hit us up on Discord if there's any more questions. Yep. Sounds like a plan. Alright. Let's take a look at some more Grand Arena action. Luca says, quick step back to my question on Discord. If I go for Padme like you said, how much do I need to gear up my Geos to unlock her? Should I just go for Watt Shard GP? Joseph says go all the way to gear 11 and the 16.5 power. So when I unlocked Padme, I think my Geos were gear 9, gear 10. So if you don't want to go all the way to Watt ready at first, gear 10 on average should be no problem doing that event. That doesn't put you far away from the Watt requirements. So yeah. But if you get them Watt ready, then for sure you can complete the event. No questions asked. For sure. You'll get it somewhere between now and then. Alright. Need to Zeta's Queen's Will. The whole... I've got a video on it. You can see how it works. The whole thing is just to trigger a whole bunch of fake protection all over everybody. You just kind of attack Kenobi for a few seconds, and then when your spy's turn to go, spy goes over there and annihilates Padme, and from there on out, Geos do Geo things, and you win. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. You just, and if RNG messes you up and you end up stuck behind Kenobi when it's your spy's turn, you just restart and come in and do it again and get better RNG the second time. If it happens to you 4 times in a row, just change around your mods and get a different speed on your spy, and it's fine. It's academic. Alright, let's take a look. Last round. We got a win. We thought maybe that they would get held up on our Supreme Leader Kylo. Indeed they did. Got hung up right there. And we blocked them in. Blocked them in. Single attack clears on all of that stuff. Single attack clears on the ships. But look at this. All my reinforcements got pulled in on this Malevolence fleet. So that had to be a pretty low banner win for him, one way or another. But he got it. But we held here. So I wanted to talk a little bit about threat levels. So it's probably not going to translate very well, but what I'm going to try to do is use a gaming concept from chess or from other games that let's say even going back to Magic the Gathering, and let's say you're playing against an opponent who you assume has a counter spell in his hand, and there's this sequence of gameplay where, you know, maybe you cast a spell and he's debating on whether to, you know, cast his counter spell or not. And depending on how big of a threat level that is, he's going to make one decision or another. And there's potential gameplay where you say, okay, well, you know, if he counter spells that, you're going to cast another spell on a different character that's more impactful. So you're trying to kind of throw away a lesser spell to bait out the counter spell, all this stuff. So there's this interaction in the gameplay where you're trying to you're always trying to get your opponent to use something to his disadvantage so that you either gain card advantage or mana advantage or whatever the game is. The best analysis is in best analogies in chess. And let's say there's a particular board position and my opponent pushes up a pawn and threatens my knight. So if I don't move my knight, he's going to take my knight. But instead of moving my knight at all, I just leave it there and I move a pawn to threaten his rook. Well, if he takes my knight, I take his rook. A rook is worth 5 points. A knight is worth 3 points. So now my opponent's in this position where he's got to move his rook. And then my knight is still threatened. So he retreats his rook. And now I move another pawn and threaten his queen. And now he's got to move his queen. And now we're back to the position where my knight is threatened. So in a way, we're just back to where it all started. But if I've threatened his pieces and I've forced him to make moves that weaken his position, now when I move my knight, I have such a huge advantage, right? So I just let my piece be threatened while forcing my opponent to do something. So this is the concept that I want to talk about a little today, is about threat level. And when you look at this SLKR team as a defense, you know, chat, put it in chat. Tell me what you guys think. Is this right here the most threatening defense in the game? Yes or no? There's Rey teams. There's Jedi Master Kenobi teams now. There's, you know, Beskar Mando. There's all kinds of stuff. Is this the most threatening defense in the game? What do you guys think? No. Joey to go. Not even close. Okay. See if anybody else responds. Nah, Kylo with Night Sisters and Jedi Knight Anakin. Okay. No, there's stuff that can beat that in one shot. All right. So, JMK is far more threatening. JMK with a Bad Batch. All right. So, basically, what the issue is that you guys are quoting off a lot of stuff that's not relevant to our matchups. So, again, in the game of chess, what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you a rook. And I'm saying, is a rook the most powerful piece in chess? And your answer is going to be, no. The queen's worth more points than the rook. You're crazy. Rook's worth 5, a queen's worth 9. The queen's more powerful than the rook. So this is not the most powerful piece in chess. Now, if I've traded off queens on move 10, and there's no queens on the board, then a rook is the most powerful piece. Okay? It's by far the most powerful piece. things that look bigger than they are is the most threatening. So when we go into a grand arena and we look at our opponent, and I'm going to look at our opponent for today, Alucard, and we're going to skip all the other stuff and we're just going to go straight in here. You've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Skywalker, Revans, Vader, you know, all of the typical good stuff that we've come to expect to see from accounts at this level. He does have the Jedi Knight Luke here, but only one Galactic Legend. If I put my SLKR on defense, I put my Rook on defense, does he have a Queen that's just so much more powerful that it beats what I have? Maybe he's got a Vader team that can counter it. Maybe he's got a 5-0 first team that's tweaked and tuned to beat Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I'm guessing not. When I look at this account, what I see is he's got his own SLKR. That's Relic 7. And slow, in my opinion, slow. And modded for offense with only 12,000 offense. So when I see this, I look at it and I go, okay, my Rook is better than your Rook. I would love to keep my SLKR on offense, but I put it down here and I say threat levels. Okay, threat levels. You got to beat it. You may have something to beat it, but I'm going to make you do it. I'm going to make you beat my best team. Now, you've seen me before. The opponent has a Jedi Master Luke. I won't put this on defense because now he has a Queen. He has a piece that's so powerful that it's going to, you know, it's built to walk through this team. But he's got to use his SLKR here. And the SLKR matchup, you win probably 80% of the time. But there is this 20% chance that just if the timing of things go wrong and if the wrong characters get targeted, you can find yourself on the back end of this matchup in a hurry and, you know, find yourself without the ult when your opponent is going into the ult, and then it's rough, you know, then it gets dicey in a hurry. So from my point of view, I mean, part of what I'm thinking when I set defenses like this is literally, it's threat level. I have a defense that's good enough that he pretty much has one or two teams that can beat it, so I'm going to make him beat it. And if I took it on offense, I'd be much more likely to have a full clear. But if I put it on defense, then I'm challenging my opponent to play well. And I like that. I like to put the pressure on my opponent to perform. There's always pressure on yourself to do your clear if you care about these kinds of things. But we're going to try to put a lot of pressure on the opponent and make him win. All right, let's see what people are saying. I saw Arnold's matchup with JMK in the Bad Batch. Oof. Low gear Geo team can be the most threatening because they're easily underestimated. Yeah. What are your reinforcements when you set the Negotiator as a defense on your Darth Loquitur account? I use Rex, the Clone Sergeant, and 5s. No, I'm sorry. 5s is in the starting 3, so it's 5s, Anakin, and man, who do I use? I'm blanking. Oh, the BTLB Y-Wing. So I put my BTLB is only 5 stars, so I put that in as a reinforcement, and then Rex, and then the Clone Sergeant. That's it. The reinforcements aren't great, but the starting 3 are often good enough. From the point of view that you have 2 rooks, a trade is always worth it. That's exactly it, Luca. In chess, you do it all the time. You do it all the time. You position your pieces and you go trade rooks, and then you position your pieces and you trade bishops. And each side either thinks I'm getting some advantage out of this, or they think, you know, I'm in a bad position and I have to give this up, but at least I'm going to take a bishop for a bishop and make it an even trade, and then kind of try to come better out of it out of the back end. So yeah, that's exactly it, you know. And the decisions are very binary, and you have to think of it like he's either going to have that team on defense or on offense. If he puts it on defense, I can beat it, and he's really in trouble. If he takes it on offense, then I know exactly where he's going to use it. He's going to use his Supreme Leader Kylo Ren right here. He can't break it up into 2 or 3 different teams and solo stuff. He's got to bring his SLKR right here, or he has to have some kind of gas team that's tuned to beat it. One or the other. One or the other. So then the rest of the defenses, I put Mon Mothma here again. I put the Rey team here just to take up space. The Banner, Steel, and Grievous team here. Just a bunch of teams with a couple relics, 1 or 2, and just trying to steal banners. Then we got the Geos here. We've got this Sith team here trying to steal some banners again, like you guys have noticed, just trying to be underestimated. We got some good stuff still on the back wall, so if he does bust through that Kylo, it's still not for free. And then we've got our 2 premium fleets over here. Good stuff. He's got Grievous. We've got Revan versus that. These bounty hunters aren't too scary. Old Republic, we know what to do there. That's T3 is annoying because he's going to ability block my Kylo, but we should be able to work through that. First Order leftovers. That's not too bad. Night Sisters. Man, I feel like I just want to bring in my troopers and deal with this and not drop another battle to Night Sisters. Troopers own this, pretty sure. Just got to watch out for Asajj. So probably troopers here. Try for a good clean win. Newt team here with Dooku and Jango and Wampa and Nest. So it's like all of the annoying characters that we can think of in one team. So we'll have to do something here. Maybe we'll just Vader this, get it over with. Or maybe something like Padme with plenty of durability. Just take lots of turns and gain back life and just don't have to worry about getting put on fire and losing health because we'll have the protection up. Maybe Padme here. I mean, this is enough galactic power that you got to take it pretty seriously. And that leaves me plenty of good stuff to deal with the back wall. Plenty of stuff. Can also save troopers and use Bosk bounty hunters against Night Sisters. Man, the last time I did that, come on, you guys. You guys are mean. You guys are being mean to me. Yeah. All right. Now, I think we're just going to trooper this. I think we're going to trooper that and just be done with it. Be done with these Night Sisters. Anybody who hasn't hit the like button, please do so. Hit the like button. Let's get Dark Trooper in here. Why not? Do we want to do that, or do we want to go ahead and use range and then try to do something clever with Dark Trooper somewhere else? I don't know. I kind of want to mess around with Dark Trooper somewhere else. See if I can just punch something in the face solo. You know what? We're just going to go in with that range trooper, and we're going to keep Dark Trooper, and we're going to see if there's an opportunity for us on the back wall. Save Gideon. What are we saving Gideon for? Save Gideon. Gideon's flexible. I mean, we can use him almost anywhere. The question is, do I want to play around with this Dark Trooper in a different battle? I kind of think I do. I want to find out a little bit more about what this Dark Trooper can do. But we could do that. I mean, we could do this. Piet's still fast, right? Where we got him? 344. Veers is still fast, I think, like 300 and something, 308. Yeah, so he's fast. So we can do that. That Stark is like way behind. He's slowpoke nowadays, 313. Look at him. Okay, so we got plenty of speed here. And we can save Gideon. Alright, here we go. Trooper Rage. To start the show. We'll put this onto Dark Trooper. We will put some buffs up. And then we'll just go in like this and get that zombie killed for the first time. We're going to do this and kill a couple Night Sisters. Yeah. And then let's kill this Spirit first. Kill this Asajj next. Daka. 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 Come on, zombie. You can do it. Bring it home. Or not. That AoE. Yup. Most of their defense is there to take up space. Well, it is. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And also in chess. I mean, your pawns are there to literally to take up space. And in the early game, pawns are very non-threatening, but they sort of set the stage for the game. And then in the late game, whoever has the most pawns wins. In the end game, pawns are what wins and loses. If you're down a couple pawns, off you go. That's just to say, don't put too many weak defenses, you know. Alright, what do we want to do against this? I think we did like CLS. Do we still have our CLS team, or did we put that on the back wall? Looks like we got rid of our CLS team. Relegated him to defensive status. We could do bounty hunters there. We could potentially do troopers. Can we just do troopers here? Maybe not. It's a low banner win if we do troopers here. Let's do the Padme here. Just bring in enough survivability so that we can outlast all these guys. Do it that way. Can Nest kill that First Order team? What does Nest look like against those First Order leftovers? I wonder. Alright, let's clean that off. Alright, let's give Nest a big hit. Okay, let's give everybody a big hit. Alright, let's pay the newts. Alright, here come the newts again. Get that Wampa out of here. Okay, is Django out of damage immunity now? Yes. Okay. Alright. Just got to try to recover some banners on this Barris. Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. We need Barris to go. Pay the newts. Don't kill him. Alright. Here we go. 54. $54. That's not pretty. 54 means that we lost protection on it. We still didn't get Barris back to full life. Oh, that stinks. Alright. Boba by himself with Zeta, and Django with Newt lead. The Django. Let's see. I think we might just want to take bounty hunters in against this. Let me go look real quick and see what we've got for feats that we have to do. See if there's anything where I need to stack up characters. Oh, we saved Moff Gideon. That's why we needed to save Moff Gideon. You guys are smart and you didn't know it. So we can do this quest somewhere. We can do that quest somewhere. Bo-Katan and Sabine Wren. Okay. So I'm debating here. I don't really want to bring in anything good, but I also don't want to drop a battle to this team. I don't know. Bounty hunters can do fine here, I feel like, and still get good banners. Did they have the taunt trooper in here? There's no taunt. There's no taunt here. There's no dispels here. Right? So if we take bounty hunters in, we'll lose some banners at first, and then get our contract, and then get the banners back with Grief Karga. So should be able to do it this way. We'll always be able to target the weakest enemy. 2 mass assists, this. Okay, so we'll be able to get, in theory, we'll be able to get the contract right away. Poof the Kylo, and then we're good. All right. Taunt. Let's target him first. Get him knocked down. All right. Keep attacking him. Good. All right, we should be pretty close to the contract now. What? 70%, something like that. %. All right, let's give him a hit. Contract up. Aura Sing in stealth. Kill him. Kill him in 1 hit. Bam! 93,000. Oh man, she's some good. All right, poof. And then we'll kill this Phasma. Bring it back around to Grief. We're going to go ahead and do this now just to top everybody off and make sure. Target him. See if we can get a stun. No stuns. Dodged. Kill him. Alright, don't give him a turn. We don't want to lose any banners. There we go. 61. Joey the Goat. Padme isn't banner efficient. Padme is not always banner efficient, but it's a pretty reliable team. Pretty reliable team. All right. Back wall looks easy. Mon Mothma. Looking like a nest opportunity right there. Little troopers. Geos can be mashed with Triumvirate. And what's the best use of C at this point? Where's our Sith Eternal? Come in here and take out these bounty hunters with a solo Sith Eternal? That leaves us with Vader and a bunch of stuff. Yikes. Okay. So if we go in here and we go see Moff Gideon, Bo-Katan, and Sabine Wren. That's what we need, right? That's what we need? Moff Gideon, Bo-Katan, Sabine Wren. I believe so. So that's a feat team. see Grievous. Grievous is most threatening. I feel confident with my Jedi against Grievous. I feel like that's going to be fine. This allows me to complete my quest, I hope, with relative ease. Let's link up this and Dengar because he's super annoying. Alright, let's take off some of his armor. And then we're just gonna wait and watch. Stuff is happening. Look at all the stuff that's happening. Alright. Just don't get ability blocked again. That's all I ask. Let's see. Let's put dazes on them if we can. Zap them all. Sup, Grief? Alright, low quality victory, but feat completed. Claim it. Alright. Look at that. There's like almost no feats here. We're almost defeated. Yeah. There's bad jokes and there's that. Alright, Kylo Ren masked. In against the OR. Hey, Darth Loquitur, I'm putting together a crew of Bosk, the Fets, Grief, Mando, and so far only have Zeta on Bosk leadership. Any other Zetas I should put on the team when I have the spare materials? We want the Zeta on Mandalorian for the extra turn meter. Other than that, there's nothing there. How about Grief? What does Grief have? Does Grief require a Zeta? I'm trying to think. I don't feel like I don't have any Zetas on Grief. So yeah, I think Bosk and Mando are probably the only ones that are, let's say, needed. Options for the other guys. With Django, it gives you the execute ability, which is nice. It's not needed, though. Put the Zeta on Django's unique because it prevents the revives. Yeah. So it's not that it's not good, but the question is, do I need? It's not do I want, it's do I need? And the answer is no, you don't need to. 64 banners. Loving that victory versus Old Republic. Just go out here super quick. Take a look at these bounty hunters. Yeah, that's it. And that's all I got. One on the Mando, one on the Bosk. Everything else is optional. Alright. And Boba gets the execute already. So Boba can already effectively do the execute with his missile. So if you have something like Night Sisters or whatever where you want to kill them and keep them dead, Boba can already do the job. Alright. I'll get back to chat here in a second. Let's do this first. Waste just a little bit of time. Get Yoda in there. Let's go right back at you. Alright, man down. Alright, Savior down already. Let's get Yoda in there to hit the B2. Let's get Yoda in there to hit the B2. Ooh. That's a lot of damage. Spread some buffs around. Let's hit the B1. Let's hit the B1. I don't want to use that. We're going to trigger him to hit the B1 so he gets some life back. Man down, man down. Okay. We need to get Bastila going here so that she can stun this Droideka. Come on, Bastila. Do your job. Alright. And then spread some buffs around. Let's bring Revan back already, and then potentially we can get back around to it if we need to. Let's mark this Droideka and get rid of him. He's stunned. We can go back to working on this B1 for a second. Oh, he's marked. He's marked. I'm stuck. Okay, let's hit him once. And throw this around to Bastila. And the stun won't stick on Grievous, but we'll just do it like that. Oh man, now I need to get back around to Jolie again. Let's do this. Let's spread buffs. Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, Jolie. You can do it. Bring back the banners. Let's see. Probably best on Bastila. Bring back the banners. Doing it. Doing it. I eventually need to invest in another Jedi somewhere, you know, to replace Bastila. She's kind of the weakest link on that team. It'd be nice to have a tank. Some kind of tanky Jedi that I could, you know, old Ben or something like that, maybe. Alright, let's take a look at this. We've got a Chimera. Not Chimera. Malevolence. This matchup is not easy. It's not a Relic Sunfac. And it's only a 6-star Vulture. So that's some relief, at least. Yeah, so I really want to take my First Order fleet down here, but then I don't. I really don't think that my other fleets are very good against this. I can just take Geos in here. Boy, it's going to be ugly. Guys, it's going to be ugly. I'll probably have to play 2 fleets against this. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. 6-star TIE Bomber, though. I may just go straight in after the TIE Bomber and just hit it instead of trying to get around it to Vader or any of that stuff. Just go after that. Probably. Seems like a good idea. Why don't you just mark Grievous? Doesn't Grievous remove the mark? I guess it's a good question. Why don't I mark Grievous? I thought the answer was because he removed the mark. But maybe I just is not paying attention. If the mark can't be removed, then probably should start killing Grievous sooner. I guess I'm just dumb. Can't be dispelled or prevented. Alright. Well, something I'll probably have to take a look at then. Revan's mark can't be dispelled. Huh? If I think I can kill Grievous, then I can go after him. That's fair. That is fair. Okay. So yeah, I think First Order has to come up here. I just don't think I can beat that with my other fleets consistently. So we'll do that, that. And I feel like we often have to bring this in to clear buzz droids right away. So the other thing that we could do, we could use this guy. Bring that in. Maybe we'll bring in Biggs, just in case we need a tank for something. Throw Biggs in the... Well, you know what? If we're going to do that, we'll just bring in the Slave One. Alright, probably overkill, but I don't want to get caught short against the Malevolence. In we go. In we go. I know it isn't recommended, but I'm rushing SLKR on a newer account. What is the most efficient thing to get one currency on, Josh Lloyd? Do not spend your get one currency on anything that isn't a Revan or a Malak. I mean, a Malak or a General Skywalker. I built SLKR. I used my get one to help accelerate my SLKR farm, and I regret it. I regret it greatly, and if I could go back and slap myself across the head and say, don't spend your get one on anything, I would go back right now and I would do that, and I would tell myself you're an idiot. So there you go. That's the truth of it. My opinion. Don't spend it. Don't use it to accelerate your SLKR. Save it for when you want a gas or a Malak. Alright, let's get these buzz droids off of me. Pump up the turn meter. Get, okay, let's see. He did get the taunt onto my silencer, which is inconvenient. This guy refuses to get stunned. I've hit him like 7 times and he won't get stunned. Okay, so we're just going to take the buffs off of that guy and ability block him. We're gonna try, we can't stun this, but we gotta stun this guy. Get a stun on him finally. Yeah, let's just go after him. Let's just go after him. We gotta kill him sooner or later anyway. Okay, now we got offense down. See if we can one-shot this spy. Here we go. Boom. That was good. Pass over the turn meter. Now we're going to hit this vulture droid. Now all that we actually have to kill is this hyena thing. Let's bring this in. Remove buffs. Call an assist from Kylo. Get a stun. Get a kill. Never mind. Okay. Loquitur, I believe it's appropriate to spend a little get one to unlock Sunfax ship faster in the very early game and climb a fleet. No. I did Sunfax ship without ever touching get one currency, and it's very doable. Sunfax lags behind a little bit, but it really wasn't bad at all. And I went for like 3 or 4 days never seeing Sunfax, and I was like, oh, getting frustrated, but it came around fine. It was fine. I really do recommend saving it, guys. I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just really... When I did the build for Techno Union, Veers can be bought with Get 1. And I think that's one of the few things that I would actually spend Get One on is to take Veers from there so that I could really just farm Piet, Range Trooper, and Vulture Droid double and get all of the stuff that I need for Empire. But again, this is based on my experience and what I wish I could go back and tell myself when I started the game. This is the advice that I would have given myself when I started the game. It would be to not do it. I mean, if you'd go in there and you spend 800, get one, just to close out the last 8 shards, that's fine. I'm just saying, don't go in there every day and spend 800 until your get one is all gone. How do we want to do this? If I bring the Geos in right away, Vader's going to hit the spy. We're going to go under stealth. Then his TIE bomber is going to taunt. Alright, we'll just save the Vader fleet as backup, and we'll use that and come in and clean things up if we need to. We're going to bring this in to stop target locks right away. And we're going to bring this in because it does a lot of damage, I think. What else can we bring in under? Kind of wish I had another good tank. Just not enough tanks in the game. Need one more good tank. Biggs. And that leaves us the whole Empire fleet. We can bring in this, all this stuff under Tarkin. Actually, I think we're better off with Tarkin here, right? Tarkin with the Geos is better. Tarkin with the Geos is better, and then we'll clean up with the Chimera if needed. Sunfac node. Yeah, there's a Sunfac node in fleet. That's correct. That is correct. That also helps, for sure. Alright, that's a lot of damage on my spy. Oof. Alright, let's get him, boys. Let's stun him, boys. Let's do this and be safe and finish him off in case he's got a dodge in the tank somewhere. Let's bring in this anti-target lock tech so that Vader's damage is less good. Alright, let's do that. Try to do a little damage to him. Here comes the shuttle. The shuttle can't help you now, Vader. These Geos, look at this. We're playing 5.3 million galactic power, Division 4, and these Geos are still dominant. Dominant, these Geos. Look at this. What was his fleet? Like 420,000 galactic power with Tarkin Geos. The same Tarkin Geos that you can already play at 1 million galactic power. Oops, I did fleet before the other stuff. I was so excited to do fleet, guys. I just ran right in there and did it. All right. So we have Nest, and we have Vader, and we have Triumvirate, and we have other stuff. Vader, Triumvirate, Nest. Alright, select a squad, go to 3v3. Easy to get Triumvirate out of 3v3. There they are, 1, 2, 3. I gotta go back and make sure I clicked on the Geos. No mistakes here. Select squad. Being careful. Here I am getting in a hurry again, guys. I'm going to do something stupid. Would you have gone for gas or Malik on ALEURA if you'd never spent any get one? Malik for sure. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm saving up my currency, and you know, once I get Rey, then I will get Malik and build him. Yeah. That's the deal, for sure. All right, bonk some Geos, and then we just wait for them to kill themselves. Go, guys, go. Go. Kill thyself. Lose your cooldowns. What fun. Let's see. Brood Alpha needs to die. But if I kill him, then it messes up everybody. Let's see. Maybe we just do Sunfac. Just get rid of part of the pool. I don't actually want to kill the Brood Alpha because then they'll stop assisting each other and it'll take me longer to kill the Geos. Soldier. Held by hatred. Let's get Poggle. They're not killing themselves fast enough. This is embarrassing. They're embarrassing themselves. Alright, and then we gotta flush out this spy, and then we're done. I'm gonna go to sleep as well, 4 a.m. Yikes. Alright, nice. Hey, thanks for stopping in, man. Fail emotion. What is get one? Sorry, I'm a noob. No problem. It's best to ask these questions. So, get, G-E-T, refers to guild event tokens. And there's two types of guild event tokens. This kind that's kind of closed in is guild event token 1. Mark 1 guild event tokens. And this is Mark 2 guild event tokens. And these Mark 2 ones should always be saved for just building capital ships. And these Mark 1 should be saved for General Skywalker, Malik, Hermit Yoda, and Wampa. These are the only places in the game that you can buy. You can't farm Wampa or Hoda or these guys from somewhere else. You can occasionally get Wampa out of the bounties. You can get some Hermit Yoda shards from somewhere. So, I mean, it's not impossible to get them somewhere else in the game. It's just to say they're not farmable, and pretty much you got to get them out of here. So with 4 characters to buy, and you can only get them with this kind of currency, as soon as you spend all of that currency, you're out of luck building those characters. So that's the deal. That's how it is. Alright, back over here. This is going to be our friend Nest. And I'm going to go ahead and put in Daenerys Targaryen, because there ain't nothing like a mother of dragons to lead around your Enfys nest. Get in there. Get 1 tokens look like badges. Get 2 look like anchors. Yep. Alright, Biggs, let's loop it. Let's loop it, you and me. How many times can we hit each other? Yeah, go Biggs, go. Come on. You can do it, buddy. Go Biggs, go. Oh, you're dead. Whoops. Whoopsie. Bring him back. Yeah. Once is never enough for killing Biggs. Gotta kill him 2 or 3 times for sure. How much get 1 for Malik and gas? Maybe somebody has the actual numbers. I believe it's something around 72,000 to get 1 to take them from 5 stars to 7 stars. I think. Something like that. Thomas Oliver says 70k each. That's definitely in the ballpark what I remember. 68k to get 7-star Malik and gas. Okay, well, if he's got the calculation, then 68 is what we can believe. All right. So what is this? This is troopers. Now, these troopers have a lack of faith. And I find their lack of faith disturbing. How about you guys? Is that what you find too? Do you find their lack of faith disturbing? I do. So Palpatine and Vader are going to confront these wayward Imperials, and Vader is going to challenge their belief in the Empire. The only way he knows how, with a nice hallway scene. Cancel culture says 70,000 to 300. 136K for both. Well, if cancel culture is right, then it's 140,600 for both. So yeah, if you're at 70,000 and you're a little bit off, it's not that big of a deal. If you thought it only took 25,000, you're way off. So that's the key. It's around 70,000. And as long as you get yourself to 70,000, the last little bit is academic. All right, 24, 76, full clear. We didn't drop any battles today, did we? We had a couple dirty wins, but we didn't do that. So we got a full clear, and we've got threat levels. He's got a couple teams that he's just got to deal with over here. We still got rooks on the board. All right. He put down too many bishops on defense. Rooks on the board. Man, if it was 25K, yeah. Yeah, it would be convenient. Maybe they'll just start selling them out of the shop someday. You know, you'll come in shipments here and there'll be, you know, negotiators that you can buy and Kenobis. Oh, wait. Yeah, they did that. Never mind. Alrighty, guys. Well, we did a couple account reviews. We did a couple grand arenas. Chatted it up. You guys got any last minute questions before we go? Or is it time for me to get to my cauliflower crust pizza? I think that might be the case. Oh Lord, please no. Oh yeah, Nick Wilson, it's coming. They'll monetize the gas at some point and they'll just put him up there for crystals. Alrighty guys, thanks a lot for stopping in and watching. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like saber if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel to watch more videos like this in the future. Join us over on Discord. And if you want some coaching in Grand Arena, if you want advice, team building, you know, whatever, join the Patreon stuff. It's $4 a month. It's not a big deal. It helps me. It helps my channel. And it gets you a little more access to some more cool stuff that you can use to discuss Grand Arenas with me. So do that if you want to. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I will see you in the next holocron.